Are you confused by all the non-alcoholic beer options out there for dry January and beyond? It can be overwhelming to know where to start. In this beginner's guide video, we'll break down 20 different styles to help you find your perfect brew. And don't miss the mystery beer that might just surprise you.
If you watched the video up until now, you probably saw all those 20 individual non-alcoholic beer cans and bottles and are curious what makes them different. I'm here pouring out my mystery beer in my non-alcoholic Aficionado glass. You'll get to know a little bit more about this beer, why it's one that I really enjoy, along with all 20 of the other beers, what makes them different, what makes them tick, and how to go about your NA beer journey. Cheers. Ooh, that is good. All right, so the beginner's guide starts first off with one of my favorite styles, a Pilsner. The Pilsner, which is a Go Brewing Pilsner, Go Brewing, astronaut, connect the dots. You can get that 15% off in the description below. Anyways, the Pilsner is comes from Pilsen, Czech Republic. It is a slightly hoppy lager style that is quite refreshing and crisp. Alongside that same style in the grand scheme of things is the Kolsch. The Kolsch is also light refreshing. It comes out of Cologne, Germany, and it is a solid brew. This is from Rationale. Their Kolsch just came out recently. The next on the list is the Mexican Cerveza. Similar style, light, refreshing, but from Latin America. It's got the elements of kind of a lighter body all throughout. A lot of folks will put it with a lime. Next up, we have the, time for a drink. Gotta drink this good one here. Ooh, that one hits. And check out the NA Aficionado glass. If you want one of these, I can make some. Send them out to you guys, sell them. The extra dry lager. Lagers are generally from Central Europe. This one in particular is a mash gang coming out of the style of Japan, the Japanese lager. Next up, a fun one, also from Mash Gang. We have the Unlucky Charms Cereal Fruit Pale Ale. I threw this in the mix because what's not to love about an Unlucky Charms beer? So cool. Check out the review of my one of my first reviews actually of Mash Gang way back in the day, months ago. Kicking into the sour range, the New School Sour from Go Brewing is one of my favorites. It's not one of my top 3 favorite NA beers. A sour is gonna have that fruit puree in the beer, and gives it that tart sour vibe, very light generally, crisp bite. The sour from Go Brewing has a tremendous bite to it. And here we have the mystery beer. That's the silver side. This is the actual beer. The Two Phrase Near beer. It's called the Black and Blue. It's a blueberry black currant sour. I actually saw the folks from Two Phrase at the Mindful Drinking Fest in Washington, D.C. in January, dry January 2025. Had the opportunity to try a bunch of their beers. There's some more in the mix here. Take a look at their website. They don't distribute because they're so small, which makes this beer even more special. Had to put it in a check bag just so I could get it back here, so I could taste it, put it on camera. Let me tell you what, this Black and Blue hits home. I love sours. I love how juicy and fruity this one is. Cheers to Two Phrase. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I won't belabor that one. Please do it. Gives you more content, spreads the word, all the good stuff. Another one from Go Brewing, we have the wheat beer. They had an American wheat. Wheat beers are generally US made. They carry some level of fruitiness, generally kind of like an orange peel. Also some coriander gives it that nice summertime vibe. Think Blue Moon. Blue Moon's kind of the quintessential wheat beer with that orange and coriander. Another Go Brewing, we have the Gluten-Free style. This one in particular has millet, buckwheat, and oats in place of barley. So it has 0 gluten. So if you're celiac, give that one a shot. Go Brewing website, check it out. Cali Freedom Pale Ale. This one isn't even a beer, but it's cool because it's a non-alcoholic, de-alcoholized cider. This one's from Bulwark, from Nova Scotia. Got this at Zero Proof Beverage House. Shout out Logan, Zero Proof Beverage House, Minneapolis. This one, I believe they de-alcoholize it. I've had other ciders from like Milk and Honey locally here in Minnesota. They push theirs through the ABV technology de-alcoholizer and it comes out extra tasty, good bite, super fruity, juicy, without the alcohol. Next up, we've got a Belgian, the Deschutes. You can get this at Total Wine, at least my Total Wine, I have it. It's not cheap, but it's phenomenal. Gives you that kind of farm Saison style. Generally a Belgian is gonna be like 6 to 7%, all the way up to 12%. They get pretty aggressive on the alcohol spectrum. With this version, the NA version, you don't have to worry about that high ABV doing bad things to your life. I say that realistically, but also kind of jokingly, but it's for real. Next up, we have a Franziskaner Weiss beer. This is a German style Weiss beer, banana, clove, wheat, all the good stuff. First time I really had a craft style, like real beer, was this in Italy. Fun story. Check out the video review of me talking more about that story in the channel. Another German style, a Radler. This is gonna be a lager mixed with lemon, like a lemon soda. So think like a juicy beer. It's a very interesting style. It's super tasty though. Oh, this two-phrase black and blue, I tell ya, delicious. Next up, a hazy IPA. Hazy IPAs, generally very opaque. You cannot see through them, hence the name. They are generally pretty juicy, fruity. You might get some hoppy characteristic without being too bitter. To step it up even more juicy, something like the tropical IPA from Go Brewing. This has mango and peach puree in it. It is super juicy. It's higher in calories because it's got all that puree that's centrifuged out. Good stuff. One of my favorites from Go Brewing. It's their top seller. Next up, resinous, hoppy, bitter, West Coast IPA. This one in particular from Rationale. They de-alcoholize their stuff with a really cool process that gives them all the flavor without pulling out too much of the things like mouthfeel, body, and the overall good characteristics. Next up, another from Go Brewing. See a theme? I like Go Brewing. It's a great brand. The double IPA, the Story. This one has Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe hops. Double IPAs, generally in the alcoholic realm, super high alcohol by volume. The double IPA from Go, 0.5% or less. No alcohol. But you get the same hoppiness, you get the same kind of grapefruit notes, the bitterness without being over the top. Next up, something that, I don't know if these are on camera. I'm gonna slide these over. They might be on camera, who cares? We're almost to the end. And if you have already watched till this far, we're 16, 17 cans in. Cheers to you, cheers to the subscribers. I really appreciate everybody that supports the channel. I've been getting a lot of comments lately on some of my videos about people saying this is like information they've been looking for. They're getting excited about Dry January. To all those that are taking part in Dry January, kudos to you. You're doing great work trying to better your health and yourself, for you, your friends, and your family. So props. This is an Imperial IPA from the folks over at Best Day Brewing. At the Mindful Drinking Fest, I was pouring for Go Brewing in DC. We were right next door to Best Day Brewing. I'll show a little video clip of that here. We were best buds with Best Day. And this Imperial IPA is one I have not tried. I am looking forward to trying it. I've heard from everybody online. It's amazing, so here we go. Let's try that one on the next video. Another dark beer. This one in particular, the first dark beer of the 3 that I've got left. This is a after hours porter from Go Brewing. Porters generally came out of England, and this one in particular has vanilla notes, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of coffee, not too thick in terms of mouthfeel. One that's gonna be thicker in mouthfeel is this stout, in particular from Two Phrase. This is another one similar to the Black and Blue out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They were at the Mindful Drinking Fest as well. Picture right here. And realistically, stouts are amazing. They're super rich, they're desserty, they're good. And if you want the end all be all, most expensive, most coveted, most hard to find beer, there's a video of this on the channel. Check it out, the Gravitas 6. This is a bourbon barrel aged stout. It's $39.99. You can only get it for about 1 hour a year on Black Friday. It's amazing. It's next level, crazy stuff. And that wraps it up. So we went from mystery can at the beginning of this video to Two Phrase to 20 different cans, all the varieties that I could find in my fridges. I have 2 fridges, beer fridge, main fridge, a lot of beer, some cold, some not. But realistically, cheers to NA beer. Cheers to all these varieties. I don't know if this is in camera, but if it is at this point, it doesn't matter, you're still watching. And realistically, the NA beer world is so vast. It's growing constantly. People are popping up all over the place. All the ones that I just showed you in terms of brands are ones I would try. They're mostly purchased by myself or received from different places to test out, and they're all good. So keep your eyes peeled on the content on the channel. Check out the other stuff. There's some stuff that's really popping off right now here in dry January. People are getting excited about it, commenting. So if you have any insights, any questions, any comments, put them in the chat below. We'll get some back and forth going. Cheers. The glass I got from my sister. I got 3 of these, the NA Aficionado glasses. Anybody wants me to make these and sell them, I'll do it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching. Oof, that hits.